Hello guys. So this is the fifth lecture and the last lecture of the balance of payment macroeconomics. And in the previous lecture, I have tell you about the reasons for rising demand for foreign currency. And in this, I have discussed only the first point. Now we will continue this topic only with the further points. Okay. So, so what was the first point? So the first point was when price of foreign currency falls, import from that foreign currency become cheaper. Yeah, because the goods of that country will become cheaper for us to buy, and we'll buy more products from them. So that leads to that will we will need more currency, foreign currency. So this is a concept, and for the here example is also given. You can check this. Also, to know these topics in detail, go check out those previous videos. Okay, the second point is when a foreign currency becomes cheaper in terms of domestic currency, it promotes tourism to that country. As a result, demand for foreign currency rises. Means when a currency is when a foreign currency decreased its rate has been decreased. Now the tourism will be increased because now the country is cheaper than before. Now the more people can afford to be there, so the tourism will increase. And when the tourism will increase, obviously we need foreign exchange, we need that currency to go there. Okay, so the third point is when price of foreign currency falls, it demands rises. More people want to make gains from the spectacular activities. Yeah. So now the currency rate has been decreased. So obviously we need more gains. We need to make more gains from the spectacular activities, and these activities could be anything. Okay. Now the last topic is types of exchange rate regimes, and this will be of two types. First is fixed exchange rate system, and second one is flexible exchange rate system. Okay, now what does this mean is the fixed exchange rate system. It is also known as pegged exchange rate system. Yes, or flexible exchange rate system. Now, the fixed exchange rate is a rate at which is officially fixed by the government or the monetary authority, that is RBI, Reserve Bank of India, for and not determined by the market forces. Means it is a fixed rate. No, nothing can change it. Only the government or the monetary authorities will make it fixed. No market forces make any effect on that. Only a very small deviation from the fixed value is possible. In this system, foreign central banks stand ready to buy and sell their currencies at a fixed price. Okay, so when a domestic currency is tied to the value of foreign currency, it is known as pegging. So this is a definition of pegging. So this is important to know about. Now the merits and the demerits of fixed exchange rate. So now the merits are: first is it ensures stability in exchange rate, which encourages foreign trade. Second one is it contributes to the coordination of macro policies of country in an interdependent world economy. Third point is fixed exchange rate ensures that major economic disturbances in the member countries do not occur. So there must not be any kind of disturbances in the economic department. Fourth one is it prevents speculation in foreign exchange market. So these were the four advantages or the merits of fixed exchange rate system. Now the demerits are: firstly, fear of devaluation. In a situation of excess demand, central bank uses its reserves to maintain foreign exchange rate. Now there is massive increase in the demand. So at this case, central banks will use their reserves. But when the reserves are exhausted and the excess demand still persists, government is compelled to devalue domestic currency. Yes. Now there is a massive demand of foreign exchange. Reserves are also finished almost. Now what will the government do? So and in this condition, the government will devalue domestic currency. Okay. The second demerit is benefits of markets are deprived. Third one is there is always possibility of undervaluation or overvaluation of the currency. So these were the merits and demerits of fixed exchange rate system or pegged exchange rate system or the flexible exchange rate system. This question can come in any three forms. So it is important to learn their names. Flexible rate exchange rate, floating, or it is also known as floating exchange rate. Now what is this? The system of exchange rate is which rate of exchange is determined by forces of demand and supply in foreign exchange market. Means the exchange rate will be determined at which by the forces of demand and supply in foreign exchange market. So what the demand and supply of foreign exchange will decide this. So the value of currency is allowed to fluctuate or adjust freely according to the change in the demand or supply of foreign. So its value can be easily change or fluctuate according to the situation of demand and supply. There is no official intervention in foreign exchange market under this system. The central bank, without any intervention, allows the exchange rate to adjust so as to equate the supply and demand for foreign currency. Yeah, under this system, as I have explained already, the central bank will, without any intervention, will allow the exchange rate to adjust according to the demand and supply of the currency, and the foreign exchange market is busy at all times by change in the exchange rates. So this was all about the balance of payment chapter. So you can refer these notes, and some of the points I have discussed is not mentioned into them. So better you go through all the videos carefully. And for example, components of BOP are not available. Merits and demerits of this last topic is not available. The types of exchange rate. So go through them thoroughly, and I hope you have cleared by the topic balance of payments. Thank you so much.